can't tolerate the idea of a woman being unfaithful.
Yeah.
It may be that a man feels that he has other options. There's other women out there that would go out with him.
Mm-hmm.
It may be that he has good boundaries. You know, this is not what we planned on. This is not what we agreed to. You broke your promise. I'm out of here. There's several things at play. For a woman, quite often, they feel that they don't have options. They may be financially dependent, for example, on the man. Even in this day, there's a lot of women that are. They may have children, and they may feel that keeping the family together is more important.
Yeah.
They may not care if the husband doesn't have sex with her. There's a lot of women that are not that interested in that aspect of the relationship, whereas a lot of them are also, but that may be a situation. It may be that she just wants to know the truth and that's it, and she could care less what he does. There's it's not something I've studied, and I'm only speculating.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know that a lot of women don't feel that they're giving the relationship its full due course of working on things. Women like to work on things. Men like to do things, it seems. And working on things and talking about the relationship is always something I really have a hard time with my clients accepting as part of communication is very important in a relationship. If they come from a world where men don't communicate their feelings, which is, a lot of men, they don't know how, and it feels uncomfortable. They don't feel like they're equipped to do that. So rather than working things through and talking about feelings, it might be a more natural approach to just react, just cut it loose.
What are some of the other most important differences in the general tendencies of men and women in these issues?
In terms of sex?
Sex addiction, love addiction, and relationships.
Well, I don't get too many women in for sex addiction.
Yeah, I wouldn't think.
Not that they don't exist,
right.
But I don't get them because the ones that are actively acting out often are the ones that are getting paid.
Yeah.
And if they're getting paid, they're getting what they want from the situation. So until something happens where there's a relationship that they want to have, yet they are still acting out and it becomes a problem, then they may seek treatment or just stop the behavior. I don't know too much about what happens to women over a long course of time. I don't know what happens to the women in massage parlors when they finally say, I'm too old for this, I can't do this anymore, or I just got busted. I don't, what happens to them and how they act out, I don't have too much of an idea. But I don't suspect they get treatment, because I haven't seen them come through my doors.
So would you say that the male orientation is much more towards variety for sexual partners than for the typical woman?
Well, from the female sex addicts that I have seen, I think variety is just as important. They get bored too. And I think a lot of women don't admit what it is that they want or need or that they respond to, and they lie to themselves also. So again, I can't really speak for a lot of women. I have a lot of female friends, and I've talked to female friends, and there's a wide spectrum there as just with men. Not every man seeks variety. They want a partner, and that's what they want. They can appreciate beauty in various forms, but it's not what they want. And I think the same spectrum exists for women.
Just going to take a break. I'll be right back. Have a sip of tea.